Hello, and welcome to another video on CIPD Level 5 Made Familiar. In this video, we shall analyze how the rational approach can be applied in strategy formulation to ensure that the services provided align with customer needs. By the end of this lesson, you will know exactly what the command verb analyze requires, how to link strategy, services, and customers, and how to structure your answer to meet the CIPD grading criteria for this AC. With that said, let's ground this in context. Ever wondered why organizational strategy is crucial for any business or organization? Well, every successful organization runs on a plan. This plan is a strategy that serves as a blueprint guiding the organization on what it offers, who it serves, and how it creates value. Applying a rational approach in strategy formulation ensures that the process of arriving at the strategy is clear, structured, and evidence-based. In practice, a rational approach typically follows 5 key steps: identification of problem or opportunity, objective setting, strategy formulation, implementation, and finally, monitoring and reviewing the results. When done right, this process ensures that strategic decisions aren't just theoretical, but also align with real customer expectations and experiences. However, when CIPD learners struggle to answer AC1.2, it's rarely because they lack knowledge of strategy. More often, they fail to analyze the connections between strategy, services, and customers. So the real question becomes, what should you actually do when you're asked to analyze? To address the command verb properly, the goal is to break the topic into parts and examine each part with critical thought and judgment. Remember, you are not required to list or describe models here, but to explore how the main ideas are related and why they matter. To drive your analysis, you'll want to use clear cause and effect statements. For example, if Chaffinch Group applied rational strategy formulation using data on customer needs and employee feedback, the organization could redesign its services to balance efficiency with personalization. This statement is analytical and not descriptive because it shows judgment, connection, and consequence. Therefore, to successfully pass this question, your answer must vividly bring out these 4 main sections. 1. Breakdown of information into components. Before writing anything, you must break the question down. In this case, there are 3 core components: customers, services, and strategy. Applying this directly to the Chaffinch Group's case, the customers would include permanent residents, respite care residents, families, and advocates. Chaffinch Group services are listed as residential and respite care, personalized living environments, emotional support, continuity, and dignity. Finally, Chaffinch Group's strategy includes horizontal integration through the acquisition of Calmere House, standardization of services, and a decision-making process that has become bureaucratic and centralized. Understanding this, the learners should think about internal and external factors affecting Chaffinch Group. Analysis tools such as SWOT or PESTLE help an organization develop its strategy by providing a structured, evidence-based understanding of its internal capabilities and external environment. However, it is important to note that this question does not require you to present an entire SWOT or PESTLE analysis of the Chaffinch Group. Simply understanding the Chaffinch Group's environment will help you take your first step in analyzing the main principle of the rational approach, evidence-based thinking. It helps you draw your argument from the evidence while explaining how the organization can better align its strategy to ensure its services meet customers' needs. Once you have established all the above factors, it is now time to understand how each factor links to the others, and we proceed to examine the relationships. This is a key part of your assignment as you bring your analysis to life, forming arguments drawn from the previous breakdown. The question is asking you to analyze how a rational approach to strategy formulation affects services and customer needs at Calmere House. So, you should ask yourself, was a rational evidence-based approach used when Chaffinch Group implemented its strategy? How has this approach, or lack of it, affected service provision? What has been the impact on customer satisfaction? You can clearly demonstrate this relationship as a rational approach to strategy formulation leads to services aligned with customer needs, resulting in high satisfaction, while a poor or absence of rational analysis leads to misaligned services, resulting in customer dissatisfaction. Once you have identified the relationships, remember to present your arguments in the cause and effect format. Take a look at the following illustration. The acquisition and standardization strategy reduced personalization, which was a core part of Calmere House's service offering. Resident preferences were no longer prioritized. As a result, residents became dissatisfied and began leaving. This suggests that rational thinking was not fully applied, particularly in understanding customer expectations, the emotional value of personalized care, and the link between employee engagement and service quality. This statement is analytical because it does not just describe what happened, but explains why it happened and what resulted from it, or, in other words, the relationship. Now, examining relationships is key, but an analysis cannot be complete without providing a weighted argument. This we can achieve by arguing for and against both the advantages and disadvantages. To demonstrate deeper analysis, the learner is expected to provide a weighted argument for different sides, as this creates room for an informed judgment. Therefore, as a learner, you must consider both advantages and disadvantages of the rational strategy in Chaffinch's case before forming a judgment. Elaborate to detail how Chaffinch Group stands to benefit from applying the rational approach to their strategy formulation. Do not just say, the rational approach is beneficial to Chaffinch Group as it enhances decision-making since they are backed by evidence. This is too descriptive. Instead, ensure you are not merely describing but also critiquing the mentioned benefits and drawbacks. To properly critique, ensure you explain how the benefits or drawbacks might influence factors such as staff experience, the ongoing change, and organizational culture. This will help deepen your analysis and help you score a higher grade. In the context of Chaffinch Group, applying a rational approach to strategy formulation presents clear advantages. For example, using data on resident preferences, occupancy trends, and feedback would allow Chaffinch Group to redesign services that balance efficiency with personalization. This could improve customer satisfaction, reduce resident turnover, and support the organization's goal of filling 100% of rooms within 6 months. However, a rational approach is not without limitations. It is resource-intensive. Collecting, analyzing, and acting on data requires financial investment, time, and skilled people. For Chaffinch Group, which is already experiencing financial pressure due to declining occupancy, this could increase short-term costs. If not carefully managed, these costs could place further strain on staffing budgets or compromise service delivery. This is analytical because it does not simply state advantages and disadvantages. It critiques how each would realistically affect Chaffinch Group's services, workforce, and customers. Once you have presented a pros and cons argument, it is time to finally present your reasoned judgment. Simply presenting the advantages and disadvantages does not complete the analysis. A strong answer must end with a reasoned judgment. This means deciding whether, on balance, the rational approach is appropriate for Chaffinch Group and explaining why. Think. Does rational strategy work for Chaffinch's case or not? Will it help them achieve their organizational goal or not? Your judgment should show an evaluation, prioritization, and conclusion. To pass this question is as easy as ABC. A. Apply the command verb, analyze. Always remember your B, E, W, J. Break it down. Examine relationships. Weigh advantages and disadvantages. Judge. B. Balance your word count. Set a clear word count for each AC before you begin writing and ensure you stay within those limits when writing. This will help you manage the overall assignment word count effectively. C. Cite and reference. Always support your arguments with evidence from reputable external sources. Ensure you cite and reference at least 2 credible sources. Be mindful of your in-text citations and ensure to apply the year of publication. If you want to see a full example of a top-scoring answer, check out the link in the description below. If this video helped you understand AC 1.2 more clearly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with other CIPD learners who may be struggling. Thanks for learning with me, and see you in the next one.